welcome back. So, I thought I was going to be one and done on my wrap ups of 2025 because you've not had a lot of anything for me in the last couple of months, and it felt like a bit much to kind of flood with 2025 wrap ups. But then I found on my notes app, I don't even remember writing this, a list of my favorite books from every month of 2025. So, this is obviously what I was feeling when I wrote it down, and I'm just going to read it through and tell you what I remember about them. So, book of the month from 2025 in January. Dragon Bones by Patricia Briggs. This is from before she started writing the Mercy Thompson series, and our hero is non-verbal, or at least partially non-verbal. And so his family kind of underestimate him at every step, apart from like a couple of close friends. And this is him going on a mission to save the land he loves, and the people he loves. February, Chlorine by Jade Song. This is a coming of age about a swimmer who may be a mermaid. It's dark, it's bitter, it's beautiful. March, What If Wanda Maximoff and Peter Parker were siblings by Shauna Maguire. This is exactly what it sounds like. And I'm not actually like, I feel like I'm not a massive superhero person, but the found family and the cooking, and it was just brilliant, and I loved it. I loved it. April, Jesus and John Wayne by Kristen Kobe Demez. I feel like I've talked about this book so much, but as the kind of Christian who does not understand the Christian right at all, um, it's really interesting to see a compassionate view of like how they got there from where they are, and how you can maybe combat that. But it's a historical look at the state of American Christianity. May, The Practice, the Horizon and the Chain by Sophia Samatar. And this is a story of people living on a spaceship, and they've got layers, and it's about class systems, really, and the way that the where you're born might affect where you can reach, I guess. Uh, June, The Travelling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arakawa. And this is a story told from the cat's point of view of he's adopted this human, and they've gone round to meet various different of the human's friends. And it's a story of how the cat came to live with the human and where they're going next. July, The Soul of an Octopus by Cy Montgomery, and this is reminding me of H is for Hawk, but it's the story of one woman's love for octopuses and her friendships with octopuses. August, Ulysses by James Joyce. This is beautiful. It's like one day in Dublin, and it's got so much detail, but also the language is just beautiful, and it's just so very lyrical and poetical, and intricate and detailed. September, Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. This is a book about someone who's escaping from a cult with her children, and her body starts changing, and she's in the wilderness, and she doesn't know who she can trust. And it's about family and found family and love and cults and getting out of it and biological change and all sorts of things. And it's been stuck in my head ever since. October, 34 Days by Anita Waller. This is someone who has escaped from an abusive marriage, and how she deals with it. And then like her husband gets killed, and it's how she deals with that as well, and how her children deal with it, and her in-laws, and how it comes to pieces. And it's a very sad, very intriguing crime. November, Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany T. Jackson. This is another thriller about someone whose friend is missing and no one else seems to know why, and she's trying to chase up where her friend is and where she could have got to. and she's just living her normal life with her normal friends, and you get really into her head, and it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. I keep saying things are just beautiful. But the last book, December, really, really, it's The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. And this is a verse novel about a boy coming to terms with who he is and where his family come from, and coming out as gay and finding his place in life, dealing with homophobia and racism, but also dealing with the fact that he is a beautiful person and he is going to be comfortable with who he is. And he does this through the medium of drag, and his drag persona is called the Black Flamingo. So that is 12 books. Let me know if you've read any of them. Let me know if you're encouraged to go out and read them based on this. And if you've read anything, if you've heard anything in the video that made you go, oh, that reminds me of this other book, let me know. And I will see you soon. Bye.